So Ryan, 7-4. What was the most pleasing thing about that performance for you?
This is going to be an interesting one. I think for me the most pleasing thing was at the end of the first period and the second period when the squabble was going on. The team toughness boys jumped in for each other and just held on to other people. But that was the biggest one for me. Some of the young boys had some great games tonight as well. But yeah, it was an interesting one.
2 goals for Thomas Malasinski, 2 goals for Jan Kostal, but Adam Harding gets the man of the match, and I think well deserved given that he scored and got a very good assist.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hard's played well tonight. Another good, really nice goal from him. I think Thomas's first goal, you'll never see a goal like that again. It was one of the nicest goals I've probably ever seen. But yeah, Yanni works hard and gets goals from that, and he deserved that one at the end.
I guess one of the blots on it, you talk about team toughness. Thomas Kana, is that a big hit or is that boarding?
That's a big hit. That's a big clean hit. And I think that's a terrible rule. I think it's a league rule right now where if someone gets injured, they have to get the guy goes to the change room injured, the other guy gets kicked out. Of course, any team in the world is an import. Hits a British player and he's a little bit hurt, of course they're going to send the British player to the change room for 5 minutes, so the import gets kicked out. It's common sense, anyone's going to do that. So 2 weeks in a row now we've been hit with that. And yeah, I mean, obviously Morgan came straight back and played 5 minutes later, so I think it's a horrendous call, but I think it was for me it was a clean hit all day long, and I'd like to see on the video, I think it was shoulder to shoulder. I think Morgs even said it was a good hit, he's just a heavy man, he hits hard.
Is that something you want to see more of from Thomas Kana in the future, though, even though it has gotten thrown out tonight?
Well, that's the thing. It's tough. It's any level you coach at, of course, but at our level, it just seems to be that you get penalties. You get penalties for that, for making big hits, and it's frustrating. But I guess that's just the level we're at.
You went 6-1 ahead tonight, and you were getting ahead of the puck. Time and time again over Sheffield, then it went down to 6-4. At that point, were you getting a little bit nervy at least?
Yeah, no, I think we pulled Stevie and put Crispy in, and normally when that happens, your team tightens up and plays good for the guy who's been sat on the bench all night cold. Tonight we didn't. I thought we got a little bit selfish in certain areas, and we were going to go for goal too much, and it opened it up, and he got caught. First one, 50-50, should he have had it, should he have saved it? The guy that scored it's an absolute sniper, but there's one he maybe could have had, but the other two I don't think he had didn't have chances on because guys let him down in certain areas.
You talked a bit. You said sniper there. You talked a bit earlier about Thomas Malasinski and the first goal, second goal. That was a sniping goal. He is on fire at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's he's been phenomenal for me. He's been outstanding. He works hard. He does all the little things right. It's the one time we've had a chance to go over and watch a guy play before we signed him, and I think that's the best thing we've ever done. And we'd probably look to do that in the future.
How does a result tonight prepare you for Telford tomorrow?
Well, if you'd asked me, first 2 periods was pretty good. We got we're a young team, and I know that, but we can't get carried away with ourselves when we're up on teams. Tomorrow night's going to be a completely different kettle of fish. I think they're a little bit short bench tonight, and Telford, never short bench. They come hard. They're going to come even harder in their own building. So it's going to be. We have to be ready for it. There's no doubt about that.
Are you going to have to give the team a bit of a reality check, calm them down a little bit, maybe after this result?
I think they had a reality check on the bench in the third period. To be honest with you, I think and they had one at the end of the game. It's it's tough to be the negative coach when you just won a game, but it just wasn't good enough in that third period.
You talk about the young players. Another goal tonight from Toms Rutgers. He's looking like he can just put them in for against whoever he plays.
Yeah, he's proved now. He needs to be a regular part of the lineup. Obviously, his OHA comes first, but when they haven't got games, he's going to be playing for us. There's no doubt about that. He's proven to the other guys, the other British guys on the team, that he's determined to take the ice time, and he deserves to take the ice time right now.
I know you say OHA comes first. There are a few OHA games coming up at the moment. How tempting is it to try and pull him from those?
Yeah, it's all about the situation, what kind of game it is and stuff like that. But he's got to play at his own level too. We don't want to get carried away. He's a young lad. He's got to play at his own level.
And just one last thing. I mean, we look at where you are in the league now, and this will set you quite happily. Does this give you a lot of confidence going into the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest thing is getting back to consistency, playing well every night. Yeah, we're going to lose games, we know that, but we can't be with the team that plays well one night and not the next. We've got to play well every night, and I think hopefully the reality check in the third period spares us on for tomorrow, and we have a good solid game tomorrow. I'm not saying we have to go and win it. It's tough building to go and win it in, but I want a performance tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that.